All right, so that was Master Manipulator, my third and final pick of this episode. So yeah, my only note here was one of the lines from the song, and it's "I'm a woman rising over my dark shadow." I love that line.
Oh, thank you.
But it's just a great song. Like, yeah.
Yeah, thanks so much. Well, let's see. With that song, it was actually one of the last songs that we put together right before we recorded the album.
Yeah.
And it was like
days.
It was
before.
days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because we were like, oh, it'd be really nice to like add like 2 more songs or whatever. And so I had like this collection of riffs that I had been sitting on for years. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what if we just like shove them all together in one song and just put it all in the same key and see what happens? And we kind of like sat down and just like mapped everything out. We wrote it all out on a whiteboard and we ran through it a couple of times and we were like, okay, well, like, it's good. It's good enough. Like, we'll bring it to the studio and we had to run it.
We'll bring the whiteboard.
We'll bring the whiteboard.
Oh, yeah.
And the song.
And the song. Both. Yeah. And it worked out really well. I was a little nervous just because I was like, oh man, we're putting this together last minute. But
yeah, but it worked. And I think we were so excited about the song as a band that it was worth it to just do it. It felt right.
Yeah.
And Zach, the producer of the record, he was really willing to like work with us on, he gave like a lot of input on ways to make the recording more interesting and stuff, and just kind of helped out with us songwriting wise.
Yeah.
But yeah, the lyrics of the song, it definitely has a angry feeling to it because at the time I was feeling very angry. At different people, maybe seeming like they're one way, but actually they're another way. And, I think a lot of us know very manipulative people, and a lot of us have experienced very deep, emotional manipulation. And as a woman, I feel like I've experienced it in, very complicated ways too. And it's very frustrating. And that song just kind of became like a dedication to all the master manipulators out there as like a warning,
Mm-hmm.
Because it's something so subtle, but it can really hurt you when you're deeply manipulated by someone.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the emotion that we were trying to convey in that song, and I think we did.
I really felt that. I mean, I know we only picked 3 songs from this album, but I hope everybody listening will check out the full album on Spotify. It's great. I mean, I love that you were able to send a message with all of these songs.
Thank you.
Like it's very clear that you guys have something to say.
Thank you.
But also you do it with amazing music. So
thank you.
Thank you so
I mean,
much.
I think it was one of those things where we weren't like overtly intentional about writing things that were really political or really,
it kind of just happened.
It just happened. It just was where things were at for us. I mean, there's just been so many things that have happened, obviously,
and
in
we
our
wrote
world.
the record. It was 2018 and 2019.
Yeah.
And it was just, it's still a very frustrating time.
Yeah.
But it was also very frustrating then,
yeah.
too.
But just like, a lot of like influence from what's happening with climate and environment. And I think also just being able to be fully expressed as a woman in music. We're obviously still dealing with so much misogyny and I mean, I think the whole Me Too movement, just briefly, it was something that like watching some of the men around me who are good guys come to the realization that they've done things that were not okay.
Yeah.
Even though they weren't like, like doing something that was illegal or something, but that like inaction even was enough to be like not okay. And coming to an understanding of like, just, like that they haven't had to worry about walking alone in at night anywhere, things like that. it's just flavored our writing for things like that, you know, just
absolutely
just not shying away from tougher topics.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, as a woman, I really appreciated it and I loved it. So thank you so much. And I guess without further ado, we will finish off round 3 with
this is Zombie by the Cranberries.
Here we go.